And we're back with Project Happy. We're your hosts Hira and Harsha, and today we're talking about internal versus external happiness. So on the previous the
last few minutes before we went on break.
So we were talking about external happiness. Let me recap. External happiness is when you depend on external things like people or things, even food, to make you happy. And one of the things that we found not so good about it is it's short term. Not only is it short term, it's as easy as it comes, it goes as well. So what do we do? What's the better solution that we do to make us happy longer?
Other than external happiness, there's this thing which you can tell from its name again, internal happiness. Basically, when you yourself generate happiness and when that happiness is made by you. You don't depend on other things to make you happy, but you make yourself happy. And you're just happy going through life. Seems good, right?
Mm-hmm. Internal happiness is when you're okay with who you are and you love what you do and what you do and when you do it. It's like just being content with being by yourself. So maybe I can share an example. Some of us may not be so happy spending time on our own. We just find ourselves annoying, or we don't like who we are, or we're embarrassed. And for me, personally, I don't like sitting with myself because not only do I feel alone, I assume people are judging me. And I also think I'm this annoying person, so I surround myself with friends. But then how do I become internally happy if I'm not okay with myself?
Now, that's actually a really common problem because I have that too. And a lot of people think is that what we should do when you're not happy with yourself is go live in a cave for 30 years and then learn how to deal with yourself. That is not going to work because I don't think we have 30 years to learn how to be happy. Let's be happy now. So one of the things which I did which made me more comfortable with myself is I started doing little things by myself because I'm the kind of person who you normally see just hanging around with the crowd even if I don't say anything because I don't really like being alone. So when I take little breaks with myself, like maybe going for a jog, like 10 minutes, 20 minutes, staying at home alone a bit more often, just going downstairs from my apartment and doing some work, little things which you do by yourself that makes you start being more comfortable with who you are and what you do.
And the thing is this, when you start taking these little steps of conscious effort to be comfortable with who you are, you eventually become comfortable. Now I admit, one time I went for dinner alone and it was like 20 minutes of torture for me. Like the first 10 minutes, I was so noisy in my head with my thoughts. I was wondering how normal people could stand me. And I wasn't okay with it. And maybe I'm still not, but I'm taking conscious effort to constantly improve myself. So don't go for like a full hour and try to force yourself to spend time with yourself. That's not going to work. Maybe like just 5 minutes or just trying to be by yourself for even 2 minutes a day. That's good enough because that's what slow change is about. It's patience. And that's the thing. If happiness was so easy to come by, we'd all be happy by now. But that's the thing. It takes effort. It takes time.
And don't expect to suddenly one day wake up and be extremely happy internally with yourself glowing from within and everything. I mean, yeah, sure, there is going to come a time where we're all going to be super happy without any other factors with internally. But if you've been depending on all these external factors for a while, it's not going to come so soon, bro. Sorry. Like even me, when I started wanting to be internally happy, I didn't just wake up one day and say, I am now internally happy.
I have found it.
It's a process. You slowly learn how to be internally happy by being comfortable with yourself first. And eventually, when you're comfortable with yourself and just happy as life goes, it spreads to other people and happiness is contagious. So everyone gets happy.
It's a simple thing. It's just being happy no matter what the situation is. You're just happy to experience life. Whether the situation is something that you don't like, then you just start looking for solutions or look for the lesson. If you really can't find the good or positive thing about that situation, then look for the lesson and it's just trying to teach you. Because that's the simple steps that you take to being happy. Then you don't have to lock yourself in the room for this. You just experience life and you're okay with anything that happens to you. It doesn't affect your mood or your emotions because it's just life.
Again, it's easier said than done because again, we're very looking at other things instead of really being happy by ourselves. So when you're going through your day and something bad happens, like it starts raining or someone just yells at you randomly, try not to be so upset about it. Just look at the lesson, as she said, and see what is nature trying to teach you and look at the brighter side of it. Maybe there's something awesome about the rain that you've never noticed before.
So that's the thing. It's being happy, just experiencing life. Good and bad, that's what I mean by experiencing life. Not only the good stuff. Because then that's just like kind of weird. You don't appreciate the good stuff without the bad stuff.
Yeah, it'd be boring without the bad stuff.
And coming back to my little problem. So what other solutions or what other things can help me improve to be more comfortable with being alone and finding internal happiness? We'll let you know when we come back from break.